Geminis, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is going to be for Monday, February 22nd through the 28th of 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to click the link for more information. All right, Gemini, so this week we've got a full moon right on Monday, illuminating your third house of communications, of insights, of basically anything in your immediate environment. So that could be things that maybe you've been involved with over the past 6 months regarding reading or writing or communicating in some sense, maybe light socializing, maybe connecting with your peers. But overall, just having this, at least for all of you, this illumination now in terms of what can be applied practically in your life. What are the practical requirements? What are the practical implications of things? So it's great for just kind of reflecting on that, but the full moon is an energetic time, so it's about actually applying and putting forward this practical insight that you could be gaining here this early part of the week. So early part of the week, great for anything involving these sort of mental activities, intellectual pursuits, communications, etc. Now this full moon is going to be opposing up to Neptune, which makes it quite the spiritual full moon. In fact, it's really going to pull on the fact that this full moon is, of course, like all are, an opposition. And so the opposition here is from the 9th house, which is all about that seeing what's possible in life. You've had Neptune transiting that 9th house. Maybe there's been a lot of uncertainty, maybe doubt along the life journey over the past many years. Maybe there's been just a more spiritual connotation to your life journey. And so with this, it's about, of course, having that faith and trust that everything along your life path and your journey is unfolding in divine timing. However, realizing that with these, possibilities, and there's a lot of dreams too, maybe dreams about your life path or whatnot, with these possibilities, it does require the practical. And of course, you Geminis know this. This is your house. It requires the practical, it requires reality, it requires the actual implementation and conceptual understanding in order to actualize these possibilities, right? We have to ground it. So that's what this is all about, and seeing them as really one and the same thing. What's possible in life can be applied practically, and what is actually practical in life is possible, right? So merging the two, seeing them together, and again, that can be a very spiritual sort of connotation to this. It's all about finding that inner enjoyment, that's real soul food, of being willing to be guided along the life journey, to access that sense of adventure, that free-spiritedness without having to understand all the details. That can be a very exciting, very beautiful thing. So that's going to be emphasized. And then over the weekend, the sun is going to be going over Neptune. So it is a lot of this insight coming in this week, and it's all involving this axis of yours, basically the axis of understanding. And over the weekend, there could be, maybe some insight about that life path, maybe about your purpose, more specifically, maybe about travel on a mundane level, maybe about philosophy, spirituality, astrology, these kinds of things that really open up your horizons. Okay. Now, this week, we don't have a whole lot of aspects, but some important ones, at least one very important one. Jupiter opposing up to Chiron, which again is involving that axis. So this one's been going on since early November, and this has been a sort of healing going on with those possibilities. And Jupiter's been in your third house, really helping you see what's possible with the everyday stuff, right? With the communications, with your immediate environment, maybe with your community or your peers, groups, those kinds of things, maybe with writing or communicating. So there should have been plenty of opportunities over these past, 6 months at this point in regards to these things. And so now Jupiter retrograde is going back over Chiron, which is about maybe healing some wounds about this, right? Maybe healing some wounds around, the communications, or maybe with the intellect or with the immediate stuff. Okay, it could be, a lot of things. And it's basically anything that you might consider on an everyday sort of level oftentimes with this. Now, Jupiter does also rule your 7th house, your 7th house of relationships and your 10th house of career. So you guys could be doing some healing with relationships here on Tuesday as a high point. This has been going on since last week, but this could be a shift, a new direction, some healing with that, and maybe even a shift in new direction with your career or your work, your productive stuff, okay, through that healing. So with Chiron, it's all about being open to learning. And when we're open to learning more about ourselves, specifically, I think in those areas I just mentioned, then the healing just happens naturally. And that could be, again, a shifting point, and this could be very illuminating for you, because this is the second aspect with this, which is always some sort of new information or some sort of new understanding coming into the light. Now, as we go to the rest of the week, we do have your ruler forming some aspects, which is important for you guys in particular. Mercury is going to be sextiling up to Saturn here on Wednesday and Thursday. So here you guys could be feeling quite grounded, maybe quite disciplined this week, maybe productive. That's quite good. Maybe with the routine and health regimens, which has been Saturn in that 6th house of yours. But what's going on is that it's a lot of deep things, I think, going on. You know, your ruler's in the 8th house. So you guys are focused on the deeper aspects of life, what is really meaningful, what is transformation, what is change, what are beginnings, what are endings, how are they integrated, what are these beginnings and endings in life, these kinds of things. What is the truth about life? What is the truth about who you really are on that deep level? How can you have healthy codependency, perhaps, you know, and really access that deep spiritual self? So whatever that is for you personally, it's an excellent week for that. I think there's, again, more things you're understanding about yourself, more things you're understanding about, you know, the reality of life. And this could be a lot of good support with that. So you could be quite grounded with their communications, but just in general regarding, and the information that's coming to you regarding these deeper aspects of life. And let's not forget, Venus is here. So you can actually enjoy these maybe deeper connections, these deeper pursuits. Maybe it's learning more about, you know, esoteric or occult stuff or whatever it is that you can really enjoy right now with Venus here. Okay, but I think it's more personal. I think it has more to do with learning about yourself in that deeper sense. Now on Friday, your ruler then is going to be sextiling up to Uranus. So you guys could be feeling quite, you know, I don't know, different, unique, maybe wanting to try something new, maybe something exciting for some of you. And it could be directly related to the career stuff or the work in some way with Uranus in the 10th house, or your public life, perhaps. So whatever it is, it's great to be open to new things. And again, I think through understanding more about yourself, you're just finding the freedom in that. And that's at least an opportunity around Friday to really access that and live that and to embody that freedom. And like I said, over the weekend, the last aspect is going to be that sun going over Neptune. So here, that more spiritual illumination, you know, the sun just shines. The sun's going to go over Neptune, so it just illuminates. This happens once a year. And so it's been lately, every once a year around this time, you're coming to this spiritual awareness about your life path. So it's great to reflect on that. I think it's a very sensitive, a very receptive kind of energy. So however you're feeling, that's great. But if it's not more internalized, it could be literally just having that presence. You know, maybe just bring in more of that faith and trust along your everyday life journey could really give you that spiritual insight. All right, Gemini, so have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.